Yeah! So, folks, the future is dark. The future is bleak. Look, no, seriously. And in my head, all I hear when I think 2025 is the guy at the beginning of the trailer going, in the year 2025, 3 people are still alive, and they hate each other. Romeo dies at the end. Rated PG-13.
All right, let's see what happened.
You know what I mean?
Let's see what stuff was...
Y2K hit late.
Let's see what was set in 2025 in sci-fi.
Oh, is that a thing you can look up?
Yeah, it is.
Here you go.
Power Rangers. The Running Man. The Running Man, the novel, was set in 2025.
Okay.
And
I love how in the novel for The Running Man, by the way, that guy is like a skinny asthmatic guy.
Really?
And then they were like, it'd be perfect for this. Arnold. Sell them tickets.
The Lake at the End of the World was set in 2025. Twilight's Last Gleaming. A bunch of Ms. Marvel stories. Why would Ms. Marvel stories be here? Anyhow.
She likes to travel to the future.
Which is now.
Film set in 2025. Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Is it the newest one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's they only shot ahead like a couple years then.
Megan. Oh. But wait, Megan just came out like 3 years ago. You can't set something 3 years in the future and then...
Sure you can. You can do whatever you want.
That was a great movie.
The Running Man was also... The movie was also set. Repo Man.
Pacific Rim? Now I'm disappointed.
You really want Pacific Rim to be real?
Yeah, I don't want to be involved, but I want it to be there.
Just want to watch the
It's
news?
Awful.
The news would be so much more fun.
That's awful.
I haven't actually seen the movie.
Oh, okay. That's real. It's bad.
It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, right?
But we are the arena.
Dying.
Oh, did not get that part. I thought it was like...
Have you never seen the movie?
I have not.
You really should watch it. It's one of the best movies from 2025.
All right, here we go. Let's get into the news. First of all, we have several things from DV Games. So we have Until Proven Guilty.
Oh.
I think we might have a copy of this one already.
I feel like I've seen this cover, yes.
Yeah. This is another one of their, solve things. There's another one, I guess. This is the second one. The first one was The Necklace of the Starry Sky. This is Thirst for Justice, a movie set in 2025.
Thirst for Justice sounds
like a
Lifetime
movie.
That's or a Van Damme movie,
It is
Thirst
Van
for
Damme.
Justice? Come on. That's good.
All right. Also coming from them, Lost and Adventure, The Curse of Jack Parrott. Now, did one of you play one of the Lost and Adventure games?
It's going up for the review this week, the Labyrinth one.
What?
That's very timely.
Well, spoil it for us. Was it good? He paused.
It was good. I think there are better options out there. I don't know this one, but that one is very on rails and very mythology driven. So I don't know. I think it's an interesting system. It's a good family style game. At least that one was.
All right. Then apparently Koi Ponds is like a super popular theme. This is like the 4th game I've seen. This one's just called Koi. And it looks almost like they put like a apostrophe before Koi.
Koi?
Yeah, it's like
That's a question mark, Joey. What?
Nope, I use that too.
Hey, do you want to come over?
Koi?
You want to come see my pond, Koi?
I would like to.
Anyway,
is it
Koi?
This is from the guys who designed Bonsai, which was a cool little game about building a bonsai tree, very thematic. This is a 3D make-your-own koi pond.
That looks nice.
I was telling Mike this morning I would love to own a koi pond if I could also afford the person to maintain it for me.
Right. Or aren't kois themselves really expensive?
Yes.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're not. I think I just buy some goldfish and throw them in, and don't goldfish grow to the size? And
I've heard that. I don't know
that's what I've heard too. I don't know. Yeah, they look like goldfish, also not koi, but a koi pond, like owning and maintaining a koi pond, seems like very little return for the investment. Every 12 days you walk by and you're like, oh yeah, the koi, they're pretty. I gotta go to work. You know what I mean?
You ever seen like those dirty ones at like old restaurants?
You let them go. It's like
you're like.
They're actively worse than nothing there.
We went to a restaurant and they had a koi tank, and I was like, "Oh, I'll take
that one.
I'll take a minute." And after a while, I was like, "This is a bit of dirt."
No, it's not. It's not.
Fish are nasty.
All right, Sensu 15. This won the Joki Inedito Award of 2024.
Oh yeah.
So this is coming out. It rewards timing, balance, and refined strategy, which you could literally say that sort of thing about like 90% of games.
Timing, balance, and refined strategy. That's the name of my next game.
It's the name of my band.
That's a long name.
Well,
Is that 3 different bands?
It's an opener.
just refined strategy.
Yes.
Ooh,
All right. Decape has a new thing coming out. Decape Dungeon.
Yep.
Oh.
DB is really
Amen.
leaning into the escape room genre. They have like 4 different series.
They do. Yeah, they've
I
been
call it
doing this
escape
for a
room. It's
while.
not necessarily escape room, but it's like a game in a
Yeah, it's puzzly
Yeah, that's-
or like it's investigative in some way. Let's put it that way, right?
That's
so
a
it's
better.
like investigative is a good word.
Yeah.
Decape, detective is another line
Right.
they have, which is not quite the same thing, but they're similar. And then until
The one he
proven
just
guilty. Yeah, Lost in Adventure. They have a
And
lot.
there's the one where you build the walls in the box.
That's detective.
Oh, that's detective.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's that one I just talked about, the guilty.
Yeah, until proven guilty. There's a lot, and there might be more. I know they've done quite a few of these lines of games. This kind of game took off. I need to change my predictions real quick.
Okay. Also, let's see. They're bringing Rumblebots to America.
Oh.
Rumblebots is a fairly convoluted version of War, sort of. You've played this game. I know that you're looking at it with a cocked eye.
Have I?
You played it with me and my daughters.
I did play this. I liked this game.
I did.
Yeah.
I will say I think the game is probably a little more complicated than it needs to be. I wish it was a little simpler in some ways, but it is a fun. It's kind of like, just basically a game of war, but you, in between rounds, you're buying cards to throw in your deck, and then you just hope that you bought good cards. And
They
you beat
really
everyone
enjoyed
else.
it, though, didn't they?
They did. It was in their top 10s, both
Yeah.
of them. Hyperstar Run. This is from Scott Alms. This is the next title in his Simply Solo series.
Oh, okay. So this is from Button Shy then.
Yes, this is a new Button Shy game. I should have let off with that. They've announced more than 30 titles they're releasing in 2025. So we're just going to show you a
Well, you
couple
ruined
of
my
them.
prediction.
I know there's one. Yeah, right. I know there is one that I saw, I happened to come across, and I'm excited for.
Really?
So I'm
A
assuming
Button Shy
it's
one?
one of these. Yeah.
Well, it's probably not then.
That
Wow.
Glass Garden? Is it this one?
No.
Okay, does this Glass Garden look interesting?
It looks interesting. Yeah. Is there a slide for that or no? Yes.
Sorry, Glass Garden is the next one. Sorry.
Slideshow isn't showing preview at the bottom. I don't know.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
Glass Garden.
So Glass
okay.
Garden is another one coming up from Button Shy. And then another one coming from Button Shy is Casinoopolis.
That's back to the Button Shy. I don't
Casinoopolis?
remember. Yeah.
How do you pronounce that?
Casinoopolis.
Really?
That's
Are you
how
sure
I would.
it's not Casinoopolis?
Casinoopolis? That would be 2 O's.
Casinoopolis gets no love.
Casinoopolis. is
Casioopolis.
Casio, like the
Played by old-
watchmaker
no,
or the keyboard?
watchmaker, they make keyboards, man.
Casio also makes
I
watches,
know,
right?
But back in the 80s, it
Yeah,
was
they
keyboards, and you get to press the note. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's like saying Mitsubishi makes TVs.
I
different
think,
Casio, though,
I
right?
think this is too much. We already have 3 games in this genre.
Yeah, I agree. And you can probably combine this one with the other ones too. So now it's like,
You can go outside.
hey, it's a park next to slot machines.
I
next to-
love Sprawlopolis. The thing is, I might get this one because I like how distinct it looks. I thought some of the last
it's
ones were a little
gold?
trickier. No, just it's blue, yellow, red. I mean,
Oh, I
they're very
see.
distinct blocks. The symbols are very. In the last one I played, which was Agropolis, like there's pigs, and sometimes you didn't instantly see the pig farm or whatever.
There's also like Combopolis, where you combine them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh, is there? Is that like
yeah,
a?
yeah.
I think it's their number 1 game.
Money
Scrapolis.
Grabopolis, yes.
Not for me.
Money grab.
My number 1 is Skulls of Sedlick. I like that one.
Is it?
I like. Oh, for them.
Okay, well we're done with them. So your game you won it. Is not
Oh
there.
no, there's a game coming out called Deep Regrets. That weird like dredge kind of game, unrelated to these guys. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
you really threw me for a loop.
Well,
there.
There's a game coming called Shallow Regrets from them.
Really?
Based on Deep Regrets from the same designer. He made a little version of Deep Regrets.
Oh, I am intrigued.
I am really intrigued also. Again, I would love to see what they do with that artwork, because that artwork's stellar, and that idea with only 18 cards. That's the one I'm excited for.
Well, if you thought this is bad, we're just running out of names for games, folks. Our next game is called Pondscape. They're just not even trying anymore. But the designer of this game, Tomas Halleck, is the guy who did the trio of games that came out at Essen, SETI, Tea Garden, and Galileo Galilei. Now he's also made a small game with frogs.
This is what he's following all that up with, huh?
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's just coming out soon.
The great designer will fall from grace.
That's just...
All right. And then we got 4 games coming from New Mill Industries. This is a U.S. publisher. And
those are good.
I was telling Mike, I'm like, I like these covers. And Mike said, you don't normally like their covers. And I looked at the covers from this company, and they do kind of are bleh. But I like that greasy spoon cover, and I also like the one next to it a lot.
Picture one?
The Lepidoptery. That's the butterflies.
Wow.
You like that one? I don't like that one.
Even though I don't like that actual, that's one of those hobbies that I mean, I guess it's a hobby, but if I come to your house, you're like, hey, I killed butterflies and pin them on my wall.
I know.
I'm always like,
That
feels a little odd.
Yeah.
I always feel like I have at least the next couple of hours to leave before you pin me to the wall. Because if they're at butterflies, you're okay. You know what I mean? If they're at small rodents, that's too close.
Mount it, you're like,
Say, did you mount that bat? I gotta go.
anyhow, these are all like, they're card games. The butterfly one is a 2-player shedding and connection design. Greasy Spoon is a ladder climbing game. Dickory is a shedding game, and Dino Tracks is a
Tricks.
3 different trick taking games in there.
Wow.
Did I say tracks? Dino Tricks,
Yeah.
which is only for kids.
Yes, it is.
Tarot
okay.
Adventures?
Man, I was helping him out.
I know. Dino Tricks.
Tarot Adventures.
Silly dino. Tricks are for kids.
We're just saying your jokes for you.
Yeah, I know. Fine.
Write
It's
the
a new
stuff
year,
down.
Joey. You have to start out with a bag.
I want to go to the Greasy Spoon. The only thing is, I want to go to a diner now. That's all I got out of that.
There's one around the corner from here.
That's a farm.
Robert is here.
Well, not in 10 years. Have you seen how much it's growing around here?
Yeah, that's true.
All right. From Cranio Creations, we have 13 Leaves, the sequel to 13 Ghosts. That's not true. This is from
That's pretty. I like those.
Masato Uswegi. How many? It's for 3 to 6 players, and you're just playing cards from the same value. It sounds a little bit like that Reiner Knizia game where you
Poison? I don't know. It sounds like any one of them.
Where
I
you're
mean.
playing, where you play a bunch of cards, you have to play more than someone else, and it goes away. They made like 8 versions of it. I think there's like Crazy Chicken,
Crazy Chicken, Drive. And,
Drive, yeah. That's what it sounds like.
What do I own? I own like one of those or 2.
I actually like that game.
I like that game a lot too.
All right.
That's Michael Schott, not Knizia. That's why I'm confused.
That's why I like it. Super is a new game coming out from a new publisher called Square Moon, or a French publisher. This is their first game, but the designers are Johannes Guppy and Jeremiah Ducret.
I'm in.
So kind of interested in this one. Now, I'm curious. The theming of this says, over a decade ago, the legendary superhero agency, The Guardians, closed its door. And I was like, are they referencing that old game from Yellow? Remember that Guardians game?
It's called Guardians Chronicles.
Yeah. That was a game that no one could figure out how to play because the rules were so badly written.
And that's why it closed down.
I would be amused if this is what that was talking
it
about.
It might be that theme. Who knows? That's interesting. Okay.
Well,
I like the look of this one.
I mean, let me see. No,
I'm gonna change.
No, Guardians. There's a game called Guardians from Plaid Hat Game. I doubt it's talking about that one.
No.
The other one's called Guardians Chronicles, you're saying? Yes, that was from 2014, which is 10 years ago.
What?
Click the cover. Let's see if there's any crossover people.
No, I don't think so.
Wait, in the back. Is that a bird?
Stop it.
Is that a plane?
What kind of nonsense? I never rated this game. Oh, well. Okay, that's super. That's coming out this year. Also,
Super.
we have a game from Gigamic called Verso. You know, I think if you're going to make a cover of a card game, this is a good way to do it. You know, I think this is a nice way to show off the cover, show that it's a card game. I don't know, it just feels...
Do you think that those cards are a weird size,
That's what I was wondering,
or
too.
they're just showing like a sort of
So they'll fit.
truncated little picture of it?
Yeah.
I would be annoyed if they're not that size.
No, I'd be annoyed if they are.
You think they're tiles then instead?
You're going to set up a deck with 15 cards per player. They're double-sided cards.
Okay.
You draw a card or you bank a sequence.
Okay. So it's Uno flip.
It's for 1 to 6 players. All right. Also from Schmid, we have Cristalla,
Schmid.
which don't get confused with another board game called Cristallo, I think. There's
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
We really are running out of
names. That
names
is a
for board games.
generic looking cover and title. Oy, that one I'm going to forget as soon as we move on to the next segment.
3 different designers. You have a tableau. You'll place 12 crystal cards, and you're making segments. All right.
Yeah.
Also from Schmid, 1 round? Question mark.
That's a question mark, Joey. 1 round? It's not an apostrophe.
He grew up in
I've heard it both
Spanish
ways.
countries. If he doesn't see one at the beginning, he
doesn't know
what
to
do.
start
I
that.
only look at the beginning of the sentences.
Yeah.
Is that something you have to change your mind over to when reading?
A little. I mean, you get used to it not being at the beginning, you know. It is weird, though, that you don't know if a thing you were reading is going to be a question until the end.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's one I think English fails in that regard. Like,
Yeah, but
give me some heads up.
Yeah.
But it works
English
out. When you
fails
get
a
to
lot
the
of
end,
it,
you're
though.
like, oh, wait, and you're
I'm going
okay.
to kill you.
It's like, oh, at least it's a question.
What do you think of my butterfly collection?
Anyway, this is a card game coming from Schmid. Who's the designer of this? It is
Tobias
Tessar.
or something like that.
He has 3 new games coming out this year.
Hey, all right.
Right on Time and Get That Cat from Cosmos, and 1 round from Schmid.
Okay, 2 games from Cosmos. Okay.
All right. Also, in the first half of 2025, this will interest you.
Yeah.
Bombix is going to release Legions. This is a 2-player game set in the Abyss universe, and this is coming from Bruno Catala, Charles Chevalier, and Johannes Guppy, who's everywhere right now.
This is so exciting. A 2-player version of Abyss from the original designers, and you throw some goopy up in there? I'm excited
wasn't
about
there
that.
already an Abyss duel?
No,
No.
that's an Abyss small.
Abysmal? Is that what they call it?
That's good. I didn't hear that, but
This is remarkably close to my predictions here.
really?
Okay, yes.
Ah, crap.
Okay, one here.
Oh, this looks so good, Tom. I suddenly have to change my list of games I'm looking forward to in 2025.
You've got time.
You have time? All righty. No, don't do
Done.
it.
I'm done. I'm doing
All
it.
right, Foldress. Remember when I told you there was running out of names? Okay, anyway, this is Tetris. You're going to draw shapes, and then you're also going to fold the paper.
Oh, you actually fold.
I definitely thought it was fold this, but they were being weird with the pronunciation. It's Tetris.
I
and
think, though,
folding.
when you fill a line, you then fold the paper down.
Or you hide the line.
I got to be honest, I'm not going to play this when it comes in, so someone else can review this.
Why, though? You fold paper.
I'm not interested.
I don't think he understands the paper is folded.
Foldagami.
All right.
Foldami?
Let's move on here. Bieber House. This is a real-time game.
Misheard that. That was a Justin Bieber game. I was really excited.
No, not Bieber House. I wouldn't. It's from Walmart. The heyday. Anyway,
Okay.
you're claiming orders, and I don't know. The real-time aspect makes me think it's a kid's game. It looks a little like a kid's game. It's hard to tell. 2 to 4 players.
Cute. Okay.
And then, now this one I'm interested in. Burger Master.
Oh,
Mostly because of
yes.
those pieces.
Are you kidding me? Look at
pieces look
that.
great.
And the fries
that
are seasoned.
onion. That onion is no joke. A good-looking piece of onion.
No, you gotta grill it.
So this is
I disagree.
you might not be interested in this one as much because you have to move things around to make the right burger. So like Ricochet Robot.
Yeah,
So-
so you have to. Oh, okay, this is that puzzle. This is that.
Yeah, it's like
the vial one.
It's kind of like
Eureka
that, I bet.
thing?
Yeah, like Dr. Eureka, I think.
Huh.
But with food, you get to play with your food.
I really
with
like
that.
those pieces. So
This is
hopefully
close to
one's
one of
good.
my predictions, Tom.
Oh, cool. And the name wouldn't be a list if we didn't have a cat game on it. Perfect Place. This is from River Kong. And this is a golf-style game. So once again, this is one where I'm out. Because I
gosh.
think I've played enough golf games in my life.
Enough with this. If you don't know what a golf game is, it's the ones where you are you play a card and capture, and you're trying to basically have that total in front of you at the end when you're like, okay, I go out, you have the lowest total. It's based on a
gotcha.
classic card game just called golf.
Probably the most popular version currently would be Cabo or the what are the werewolf ones called? Bullet?
Silver Bullet or Silver,
okay.
Silver,
Silver
right?
It's
Bullet.
Just
that same
silver.
thing.
yeah.
Well, you're just you're manipulating the cards in front of you.
A lot of take that on silver at least,
Not-
but
Well, yeah, maybe, but it's just basically I'm manipulating this grid of cards in front of me, and I hope they're low.
okay.
And sometimes they have very little information. Sometimes they give you a lot more. But they're all kind of the same game with, like, the 8s let you peek. The 9s let you slap. I don't know. It's,
Okay.
And again, I'm not. If you like this, that's fantastic. I'm just saying, for me, I'm kind of
I don't like
really phased out.
I don't
of
like
these.
the look of those cards either. They look a little plain. I will say this about it. It reminds me of this. I saw a game announcement at some point with a game coming out called Sherlock Purr instead of Sherlock Holmes. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Purlock Holmes. Fits right in.
I don't.
But you were like, Sherlock Purr. Are you kidding me? It's right there. Purlock
you were so
Holmes.
You know this
close.
happened. The guy copyrighted the name and everything, filled out the paperwork, signed it, showed it to his friend. His friend's like, "Why did you do Purlock Holmes?" Then he pinned him to the wall.
So much better.
He's like, "No, no one will ever know." All right. So let's see. So the new Rio Grande definitely is 25th century, and they're going to continue that trend by bringing several games into America, or to English-speaking countries anyway. So here are some that they're bringing in. We have The Yellow House, The First Czar, Intent to Kill, and Kabuki Tricks.
Interesting. And this is 25th century. you're
Yeah, so
saying.
Yellow
Okay.
House was from Mondu Games. First Czar is Mike's excited about. Or Mike
Hobby
likes it, I think.
World, yeah.
This is the sequel to.
It's like Jon Snow up there, right?
No, what is wrong with you? Not everyone with a beard and long hair is Jon Snow.
To me, they are.
So weird. No, it's a sequel to.
Isn't this from
Yes.
Kordonsky?
Stan
Thank
Kordonsky.
you.
Ooh! All of a sudden, I'm in.
Yes.
It's a sequel to something?
That's what he says.
Endless Winter, 'cause he looks
sequel
cold.
to Rurik. Thank you, Mike. Sequel to
Oh,
Rurik.
okay.
We actually have this in our.
This one?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
it's
this one
back
to be
there.
played through.
Yeah, yeah. And
Intent
then-
to Kill is a good back and forth two-player deduction game. Like one person's the murderer and the other person's trying to figure out.
And what's Kabuki Tricks?
You both that Kabuki kid.
It's hard not to say it.
I don't know.
I'm assuming it's a
It's from Good Spirit
trick-taking
Games,
game.
probably. Man, though, 25th century is not fooling around. They're just like. Da, 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 da.
They're putting out a lot of stuff. Good reprints, though, yeah.
Their competitor to bringing over games, Capstone, is bringing over a game that they're actually going to be putting on crowdfunding, and that is a game called Falling. So this is from a Japanese publisher, Sunny Bird, who's partnering with them to do this. So a tower has fallen from the sky, and then you're hunting for relics and stuff in the ruins
That's
of the tower.
Interesting theme. Okay, cool.
I like that board.
Then we have another game from Scott Alms, Atua. This seems like this is a game where you're drafting cards to score your own island.
Oh, this is free form putting cards so that the edges match.
That's kind of cool if it works
I
well.
hate that so much. This is the card game version of measuring in miniatures games.
Wait, so you never played Agora back in the day from James Ernest?
I have agoraphobia, so no.
You can't go outside.
Thank you.
I will allow.
Thank you.
Anyway, you probably wouldn't like that one either.
No,
Okay.
I don't like it. And then the one with the little spirits in the forest. That you also sort of did this free form thing. I don't like it when it's like, just have these things kind of match up. Or,
Oh, yeah, but
you know,
you
throw
see
the
the
card
cards.
from a balcony, and if it lands covering
All
a
right.
thing.
But
No.
this, you can see the stuff is actually matching. I think that's cool.
Yeah, in that image it is. They manipulated that, Tom.
That's how they get you.
All right. Next, we have a game from... Oh, right, game from Reiner Knizia. Mech. So this here is a new game from Schmid Spiel. It's
gorgeous.
Supposed to be a classic. This is a spin on a century-old standard German-style game. You're going to roll the dice and moving around, but you're going to complete tasks and do other things on the way.
Parcheesi, got it. German Parcheesi. Germ cheesy.
All right.
He's got nothing to say about that. It's
That is
too
correct.
true.
Also, more Knizia stuff. We have a company called Kids Logic. This is from Hong Kong. So they have Trading Titans.
Which is a reprint of Buy Low, Sell High.
Yes. Battle of Mechaverse, which is a new edition of Clash of the Gladiators.
Yep.
Ooh.
You like that one?
Oh, I do.
You like Clash of the Gladiators, or you like these little
I think
mecha?
Clash of the Gladiators is a flawed game, but they might have fixed parts
Oh, he
of it.
fixed it for sure. Knizia is now an established designer.
And then Ultraman, which I'm assuming is based on the actual property, is... Doesn't say that that's a
I think it's
reprint of
based on
anything.
On Guard.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I thought you were just picking at Knizia.
No.
All right, the next game we have here is called, this is from Korea Board Games, Shall We?
Shell.
I actually like that cover a lot.
That's pretty.
Yeah, that's nice.
This is players trying to empty their hand of tiles by playing them in numbered rows. Oh, it's based on that 11, the board game. I actually like that game.
What's that?
It was another game. It might be from Korean Board Games. I don't remember that. Where you basically have these tiles and you're playing them and you can only play higher and you're trying to. So if there's a 7 red, I could play a 12 red there. Now no one can go higher. No one can play lower than 12 red. But I got to be careful because I might have an 11 red in my hand. But there's one tile that resets a row.
Okay.
It's very, very simple, but I found it to be very fun and easy, like an Uno-esque game.
Okay.
I like that name.
It is a good name, right?
It's a good name for like on the beach.
It's a
some
question
little-
mark at the end of that too, Joey. Oh, I have a new prediction. Question mark games are in.
I've seen it both ways.
Alrighty. Well, Ape Games has gotten the rights to Whale Riders
Finally.
and the card game. I'm super confused. I'm assuming Reiner Knizia says you must do both because Whale Riders, the card game, is a piece of trash. Whale Riders is a great game, though.
I really hope that
Great game. I
apes
mean,
will
very
be
good
riding
game.
those whales.
I'm just
No.
glad they kept the look.
It looks like they just took off the logo and put
They just
theirs
took
on.
off the logo. Yeah.
This was from Grail Games, which I think lost the rights to all the Knizia games.
Yep.
So, and Whale Riders, the card game, is a reimplementation of Trendy. You like the card game, all right?
I liked it all right.
I hate it. I really do.
Whale Riders, though, kind of blows it away. It definitely has that feel of this is something we offer free with the big one.
Really?
You know,
I don't love that they look the same.
it would be nice if they didn't if it wasn't like a zoomed in version of the front cover of the other one.
I just think it's confusing. Like if you said, "Hey, for Christmas, I want Whale Riders," and I'm like, "Well, I got it for you."
I agree.
This is even the picture you showed me.
Yeah. It could have been another picture. They have more artwork in the game. Goodness.
All right, Matago is coming out with a game from Scott Ohms.
What is
called-
happening?
Apparently,
Scott Holmes is the new Knizia.
the number of designers has gone down to 7. But the Peak Team Rangers. You're
is
going to cooperate to
pretty
explore a
cover.
mountain, observe, and safeguard its wildlife.
I love that cover.
This is coming out in Essen Spiel. Alrighty, our last piece of news is, folks, guess what? It's 2025, and you know what that means? Public domain. New stuff has entered public domain.
Let's go. I've been
I'm
waiting on
excited.
this.
So the biggest ones there are shown as Popeye and Tintin are now public domain. And let me see. Sorry, I had a list here. I will now.
Popeye and Tintin.
bring up other things that have entered public domain. So, some new songs are in public domain. Singing in the Rain is now in public domain. You can now sing it.
Singing in the rain.
All I know of it right
Just singing
Nope, know that part
in the
too.
rain.
Now
What a wonderful
What a wonderful feeling. I'm happy.
I missed when
again.
this was not in the
I'm
public
about
domain.
to make a board game with Popeye and Tintin, and no one can sue me.
All right, also, let's see, some other things that have come into public domain. There's some new films. Most of them you haven't heard of. More Sherlock Holmes. The Mysterious Dr. Fu Manchu
good one.
is now in public domain.
We're going to leave that one alone in the past, folks.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that one. But Mickey Mouse has... He was in public domain last time from Steamboat Willie, but now the Mickey Mouse with the white gloves, the second one is now in public domain.
Finally.
And his friend, what's that?
Donald?
Horace Horsecollar. He's the...
Close. Oh,
That
yeah.
guy is in public domain. And more importantly than that, I believe... Oh, no, not next year. Pluto is in public domain. Next year.
Oh, my gosh. Get your Pluto games ready, folks.
Yep.
So
Pluto horror
first,
movies.
And the first Tarzan comic strips are now in public domain.
And now we're going to come out with Popeye
Oh,
the
and
Slayer
Rhapsody
Man.
in Blue is in public domain.
I don't know what that is.
Gershwin's Rhapsody. You've definitely heard it before.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I could play it.
You know, I knew about Popeye. They've already announced Popeye the Slayer Man for like the movie for next year.
Have they really?
Yes. Of course.
They haven't even made a regular Popeye movie since the Robin Williams one.
Well, you can't beat that.
I like how you just said that and you found out this existed like last week.
What,
when
the
I
Robin
told
Williams
you.
one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Don't
pretty.
pretend you didn't
it's
knew
pretty
about
incredible.
this.
I didn't look it up.
The what?
The Robin Williams Popeye? Did you ever watch it?
Yeah, sure. Ages ago.
It's his first movie, I think.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's good. It's like it did a really... This is a weird thing to say, but it's very comics accurate.
Really?
Well,
it
it's
is.
like...
It bombed, though, like all
Oh,
get
it
out.
bombed, but it's very like... They committed to it being a cartoon movie.
Well, the girl
with
was
people.
the Shining girl, right?
I
Olive oil?
think so. She looks like olive
I
oil.
want
like olive
Red
oil.
Raven to make me a Tintin adventure game. Nope, I already wrote it down. Alrighty, well, folks, that's the news. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vassell.